Excellency, Mr. Prime Minister, there is a very strong historic relationship between Uganda and Austria, and this is dating back exactly 30 years when you and many of your compatriots were living in exile in our country, more precisely close to Vienna in the Weinviertel in a small village named Unterolbernorf, where very important events took place. One of the important events was the 10 Points Programm. And this is the reason why the village of Unterolbernorf, together with the Ugandan-Austrian Friendship Association, politicians and other friends of Uganda are commemorating this date, the 27th of June, and I would very much like to invite you for a greeting message for our people. There will many compatriots, many Ugandans coming to the village for this, and it is taking place, the commemoration ceremony, just in front of this inn to the Grüner Jäger, where you and your people have been living at the time, and where a sort of commemoration monument has been inaugurated a couple of years ago, which is 1 square meter of Ugandan red soil. So this is all very significant for us, and I'm sure you have a lot of good memories, and it would be a privilege and a pleasure for us to share this with you.
Well, thank you very much, Your Excellency. I am very happy that I'm sending a message on behalf of the National Resistance Movement and on behalf of the people of Uganda and on behalf of President Museveni, our leader, to the people of Austria, who were able to accommodate us for a meaningful meeting about 30 years ago, when we were determining the course of direction that our country should take. It's true that our leader was waging and leading an armed struggle in Uganda, and we required an environment where we would meet without harassment, without intimidation, and where Ugandans would converge from different parts of the world. It's true that 10-point program had been developed in Uganda, in the bush. Nevertheless, there was need for all of us to agree that this is the direction forward. We chose Austria. Why did we choose Austria? Because Austria had a reputation of being a tolerant country, a country that did not discriminate, a country that had an environment where we would meaningfully sit, discuss, decide without any fear. So many of us came from different parts of the world. President Museveni, then a rebel leader, moved from Uganda, stayed briefly in Sweden, Gothenburg, and then moved to Austria through Germany for that meeting. Mr. Kiseka, the late Kiseka, who later on became our vice president, Dr. Kiseka, was able to move from Kenya, and a reasonable contingent of leaders from other parts of the world moved to Austria. I was myself living in Uppsala, Sweden. Mm-hmm. I was able to fly to Austria and attend the meeting. So I want to salute the Austrian people for the hospitality. I want to salute them for supporting Uganda and in its struggle for democracy. There are many names. I'll not go to mention them because if I tried, I would leave many out. But let me just highlight the fact that the late Dolores played critical role in ensuring that the Ugandan case was understood by our people in Austria. The Ugandan chapter in Austria, where Maria continues to play a very, very important role is appreciated. And there has been a promotion of common understanding between our two peoples. We have built powerful relationships whereby the Austrian people have continued to support the Ugandan people as we rebuild our country. You very well know that Austria has supported us mainly in the water sector, in education, in tourism, and we look forward for more support, more cooperation, and we believe that the relationship between our two peoples promotes international understanding. You may be interested to know that President Museveni did invite the proprietors of the facility where we held our meeting 30 years ago.
Yes.
They spent some time in Uganda with him and with the rest of us and toured the country. That people-to-people relationship, government-to-government relationships, and relationships through civil society on civil societies, we recommend it because we think it will help consolidate this already excellent relationship between our two peoples. There are Ugandans who played an important role in hosting that meeting. Muzee, or our elder Kirunda Kivejinja, who at that material time was living in Austria, Julian Jumba, who is late now and was an ambassador after liberation, Kabayo, Dr. Kabayo, who was at that time working in Austria with the United Nations, and a number of other people played a very, very positive role to ensure that that meeting was held and was indeed a success. My final comment is to salute the authorities at that material time in Austria, the ministers of interior who enabled us to be able to go in Austria without any fear, without any problems. Other leaders in their respective capacities for making Austria a country not only good for the Austrians themselves, but even for us as foreigners to be able to be comfortable and do our work and shape the destiny of our country because of that good environment that you provided for us. In conclusion, therefore, your country played a positive role during the critical time when Uganda was charting her way forward. Your country provided a safe haven for us to be in, and I therefore thank the people of Austria for that contribution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Prime Minister. I can mention that the former Minister of Interior, Erwin Lanz, will also be present in this commemoration ceremony, and he will also hold the main speech for it. Thank you very much for your historic memories, sharing them with us, and for the very nice words about the mutual friendship, which is indeed very special and hopefully long-lasting. And we are looking forward, since Uganda is one of our priority countries for cooperation, to increase in our cooperation work, our help, which at a given time should be broadened up and turn hopefully into more commercial relationship, and deepen also through tourism our mutual understanding and friendship. May I bring you a small booklet from Austria to commemorate.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed.
To fresh up probably
Very
memories.
I appreciate this. I appreciate this very much.